Again, ni Fax Africa. At all cost kusarizi on deck. Leo niko solo maze. Kimenyi ameamua kuenda majuu mazali pata green card. Ndio maana nimevaa green leo, niko solo. I don't mind it though maze. Dizia peke yake, we've seen a lot of albums. Tumekuwa na Nyashinski inaitwa Ikigai, tumekuwa na Octopizzo as well. We've had Ben Soul, by the way, Ben Soul from, of course, Soul Generation. By the way, big up to Soul Generation. These guys are just doing an amazing job. Kuna say consistent kwa industry, yeah? Someone like Chris Brown. Chris Brown has been in the industry ever since all these Gen Zs wakizaliwa. Not all of them, but you know. Tumemjua 2000, early 2000s. Right?
Nobody tell me yeah, I got my skills. Nigga, you can hear, but you know that I got my skills. Straight up to the top, I'm on, you know that I got my skills. When I'm in the booth, I share the truth. Rap is like my breath, I can do it in my sleep. Soldier man on your feet, ready for battle, and I'm going defeat. Nimekuwa kwa baro, nikitama, but all I need is a pen and a paper. I'm adept in reality, you only good on paper. I'm coming for my money, niggas gonna get a baker. I've been through hell, I got none love like a kitty cat. Came to the city and survived cause I'm street mad. They always tryna hang with me cause I got keys mad. Ram so sweet, kama hot dogs are quick mad. We story long, kama stage a super metro. No matter trucks, wanna die, kuneka death row. I'm still the king of machine, dog who need the throne. I'm a don on the side,
Hello and welcome everybody to Fax Africa, music and entertainment. I'm your host at all cost, Kusarizi on deck. Leo niko solo maze. Kimenyi ameamua kuenda majuu mazali pata green card. Ndio maana nimevaa green leo, niko solo. I don't mind it though maze. So welcome to Fax Music. I'm your host Kusarizi, and today I have a lot of things to talk about because maze tunajua tuko November, and the month of November maze entertainment iko kwa peak. December and sasa inakuanga tu from 1st to 31st. Watu wanakuanga wamejisahau, like, you know, it's crazy. There's a lot happening in the industry. For instance, this week peke yake we have a lot of artists wametoa albums. You know, we have the likes of Watenda William wametoa album yesterday. You know, there are big acts in Kenya, the big artists. So I think isinia albums Kenya imegrow because like this year peke yake we've seen a lot of albums. Tumekuwa na Nyashinski inaitwa Ikigai, tumekuwa na Octopizzo as well. We've had Ben Soul, by the way, Ben Soul from, of course, Soul Generation. By the way, big up to Soul Generation. These guys are just doing an amazing job. Big up to Charisma as well. By the way, speaking of Soul Generation, they have wako na show inakuja in December. I think the 7th or the 11th. Between the two dates, they have a show. Of course, ni Soul Fest. Kama kawaida, it's coming through bigger and better. So Charisma is one of the artists. I've been following him closely because, you know, CEO's just in a Noma. This guy has been Noma tangu back in the days when he was part of Le Band. You know, this guy is like one of those artists when you know somebody ame breakthrough, yeah? He's made that big breakthrough. You know, as an artist, you can be in the industry for like a whole minute, but ili upate hiyo, you know, you're grasping to it, it takes a lot of time. The acts kama wa Cardinali, you know, these guys have been in the industry for the longest. Check his Cardinali during his interviews, akisema they've done a solid 15 years without, you know, 15, imagine 15 years. So 15 years nakaa mingi na ni mingi. But actually kwa industry, and I don't know, kuna passion yenye msanii wasanii wanakuanga nayo. I can talk from the usanii aspect. I know everybody in every field wako na passion, but I don't think you can keep up with something kama ulipu ama you getting something out of it. Just keep up with it. Tuseme hata, I don't know, I think it's a calling. Kama being an artist, especially in Kenya, is a calling maze. Si rahisi. Kenya maybe kwe politician, because you know hapo hivyo utakulia anytime. So being an artist in Kenya, it's not that easy. So putting in 15 years just to be noticed because you're doing it out of the passion, you're doing it raw, you're doing it, learning the hard way, not being signed to a label, just going out there hustling on your own. Unasimama pale nje radio station, unajua umekaa pale umengoja sijui some big artist, you've lined up, umesimama kwa umequeue kwa nyumba yake, maybe umequeue kwa studio, and then just to get your demo out there. Nowadays wasanii wa siku hizi hawezi elewa hiyo, because it's in the new era. We have information everywhere, TikTok, we have social media, we have the internet. So nowadays the direct selling, I think hakuna msee mwenye mtu salesperson kama rapper ama just msanii, because you have to be on toes, you have to network all the time, you have to go ahead and uko na pepa zako, vile watu utembea na CV, so unatembea na CD. Back in the day unatembea na you walk. Siku hizi watu wanatembea na boombox, mtu anaeka pale, anaweza ngoma zake zinacheza. Nowadays there's been an evolution given the communication information era, but it's a crazy road, because leo nimeona niongele what actually artists go through in the industry. Yeah, so for instance, if you're an artist, an upcoming artist, and I'm coming to this upcoming artist because actually here on Facts tutakuwapatia platform where you can be able to just come through and do an interview with us over here. You'll be able to at least gain some fans, you'll be able to get your image out there, ujulikane kiasi, not kiasi but ujulikane, your craft ujulikane. So kama wasanii, there's not a lot of platforms where you can just be able to get yourself there and at least get to be heard. But now here in Facts Africa Music, we're gonna give you that opportunity, and it's gonna be called On Next. Hakuna story ya upcoming, you're on next, you're the one who is gonna be representing, unaenda kusikika next. So you're gonna come through over here and I'll be able to give you a chance to to get interviewed, talk about your craft. So what you're gonna do is just hit us up on this episode 5. Just go ahead and hit us up on the comments. Tutaisoma, tutaziangalia. You can as well hit us up on IG, Facts Africa Music, and we'll be able to get you on set. So this is gonna be a platform as well, because we understand wasanii. Personally, I'm an artist. I know how the game works, how you have to really, you don't get opportunities, you have to create the opportunities. So this is us giving back as Facts. Utakuna kujeni, whatever, taka umetoa ngoma moja, come through with that, talk about it, talk about yourself. This is gonna be a platform for you. So yeah, so today, as you can see, niko solo, Kusarizi on deck, and just like I mentioned, today I'm gonna talk about how wasanii, in the industry, they, what they get to go through. Because I remember last week I was talking about even Naiboy coming back to the industry. I was talking about the likes of Kinakolo. So coming back to the industry, you ulikuwa msanii, umesha you've gone hard, ngoma zako zimesikika. Someone like Naiboy, this guy has bangers on bangers on bangers. So you don't know mbona aliamua ku just step back kidogo, go and maybe do 1 2 3 and come back. So jani ya msanii haikuangi rahisi, inakuanga with a lot, and I guess it comes with a lot of depends on who you are and how you what you've gone through and the kind of person you are in general. Because kuna say consistent kwa industry, yeah? Someone like Chris Brown has been in the industry ever since all these Gen Zs wakizaliwa. Not all of them, but tumemjua 2000, early 2000s, right? So this guy has been so influential. Amepitia through ups and downs. There is the scandal that you knew with Rihanna that had him cancelled in so many continents, not just countries. He could not perform even in the UK. actually it's Wizkid who made it possible for him to even perform in the biggest, that was among his first biggest platforms, you know. Ajay perform UK and then alikuwa already you're cancelled, you're banned from going to perform in that particular country. So Wizkid had a show over there and he was able to, you know, invite Chris Brown. Chris Brown akamshow, hey, niaje, you know, it's crazy because I'm banned and all this. Akamwambia, yeah, don't worry, I'll be able to, you know, do my thing over here and uta come through. So even though he got to perform, so imagine it, everything, even being banned and you're still going, you're still hot, you still, you know, have the bado unataka kuendelea, not stopping with the art. It means the passion that you have, it's just beyond. I remember the video akisema Chris Brown is I think the only artist anajua who is doing this thing for real, because anaifanya from a passion, yani state fulani yenye anaifanya from a place where you just wanna entertain. It's not about anything else, it's just pure passion. And just like MJ did it, MJ ni mtu amekuwa kwa industry from a kid, from a youngin. Imagine being from a youngin, umekuwa kwa industry, doing it with Jackson 5, doing it with the brothers, doing it with the whole family, mzae wako ako pale. You know, imagine you as a human being, mzae wako ndo boss wako your whole life. Amekuwa mzae wako after ni boss wako. You know, so imagine him being through with you from, you know, yendo, you answer to him, yendo we amka, because mko kwa nyumba moja. Imagine you staying with your manager in the same house. Utakuwa namka saa ngapi? You have to wake up before the manager, right? So this guy, he had the dad, the Jackson 5, the dad was the one, you know, managing them, alikuwa anawaeka bumper. So imagine having that, unapelekwa mbio, you do it all your life, umekuwa teenager, you're still on top, umekuwa an adult, you're still on top, you know, never stopping. All you know is the limelight. So imagine that scenario kama ya MJ. The people who have that, like, yeah, all his life. I remember there was an interview where he was saying, like, why are people even judging me? Why are people even, you know, imagine for me being from a background where I've been in people's face all my life. Imagine even before social media, umse amekuwa like, he's the most, Michael Jackson is the most known artist on earth. Maybe anajulikana mpaka na extraterrestrials, I know, probably. Zinachezwa mpaka kwa locals za aliens. Kienda huko utasikia tu Michael Jackson, Thriller. So I guess, so imagine being kwa limelight from a young age up until you're grown. Mentality aina gani, unaweza kuwa na akili aina gani? You know, you're not a normal person, you're a different kind of person. So hakuna watu wengi wangeza elewa mtu kama Michael Jackson, because, you know, amekuwa na a lot of pressure. He's been someone who's been cooking up like a diamond, you know, going through a lot of heat all his life. And then you expect him to be normal, you expect him to do some other normal things wenye binadamu hufanya, you know, it's so an artist's journey, it's crazy. So I'm using these great people because I know mnawajua, they are the greats. So of course their lives compared to a normal human beings is very different. So today my message over here is just to, you know, kama we ni msanii, never stop doing what you're doing, just keep going. And your time inaweza kuwa anytime, as long as you never stop, it doesn't matter, just keep on going and utafika ile place. So leo sitaki kubonga mingi juu ya what's happening in the industry, whatever it is. Today is just a heart to heart that we're having. So, and then just laying out what we'll be going through in these episodes. Of course, we'll be having artists coming through. Tutakuwa na interviews, we'll do that as well. from next week utaona a lot of artists coming through. Niko sure through those artists wenye pia wanataka ku come through on to the podcast, we'll be having you on board as well. So keep on following, keep on subscribing to Fax Music. Tukiendelea ku grow, Fax Africa. We have a lot of other, of course tuko na NBA, tuko na EPL, and as we keep on growing, tuendelee maze. Don't stop following us, don't stop supporting us, and that's what's up maze. Of course, Chris Orizi, your host at all cost. I'll always be here. Cheers.
Ain't nobody tell me yeah, I got my skills. Nigga, you can hit, but you know that I got my skills. Straight up to the top, I'm you know that I got my skills. When I'm in the booth, I the truth. Rap is like my breath, I can do it in my sleep. Soldier man on your feet, ready for battle, and I'm going defeat. Nimekuwa kwa baro, nikitamak, but all I need is a pen and a paper. I'm adept in reality, you only good on paper. I'm coming for my money, niggas gonna get a baker. I've been through hell, I got none love like a kitty cat. Came to the city and survived cause I'm street mad. They always tryna hang with me cause I got keys mad. Ram so sweet, kama hot dogs are quick mad. Mystery long, kama stage a super metro. Na mother trucks, wanna die, kuneka death row. I'm still the king, wa meshindo kuni dethrone. I'm a don on the side, na